Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Enoch, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create a website for a newspaper or a magazine. Now I'm going to show you the features of the website, and first is that this website has a dark and light mode. So this will help your visitors who have sight issues and their eyes are sensitive to light. They can turn on the dark mode or light mode on your website. And this website is highly customizable. For example, if you don't like the color of black right here on the top header, what you can do is you can simply come here and click on any of these gradients and your header will change. So you can import any color code that you'd like. It doesn't have to be gradient, it can be a solid color. For example, if you apply this shade of purple, then it's gonna look like this. All right. And one of the other features of this website is that it has a live search box or search bar. So for example, on this main menu right here, when you click on the search icon and search, for example, something like, let's say I'm searching for fashion, but immediately when I start typing in something like fashion F, then the results start to display, and the more I type is the more these results get filtered, okay, as you see, like that. So I think this is really an important feature for any website that has a lot of content. So when you look at the top menu just below this section, now you'd see that we are having these sliding blog posts on top, and when I hover over them they pause. So I'm going to show you how to add this or how to disable it in case you don't need it on your website. And as you can see above this, we have this main menu with our post categories or news categories that we have. Then we also have a side menu that I'm going to show you how to configure. So you can navigate through all these pages and categories. For example, for this website we have fashion, politics, tech, and all that. So I'm going to show you how to configure this left sidebar. Then in case you want to change the layout, for example, of this page, or you just want to find something just a little bit better, this website offers some other layouts that are really nice. For example, if you don't like this theme, if you don't like this layout, maybe you can select such a layout that's more curated for gaming, and there's another that looks just like this. Then we have another layout like this, so you can select this and use it for your website, or you can select something like this and use it also for your website. So there are a lot more layouts that you can use while you're using this theme. So I'm going to be showing you a lot of things. For example, if you don't like still how these boxes are aligned on your home page, but maybe you like the entire display of the page, but you just want to change this landing main hero section, that is easy to do. And what you can do is that you can change this layout to something like this. So now this has changed, and this home page hero section has changed to something like this. And if you don't want this to be vertical like this, what you can do, once this is selected, you'll have more settings, for example like this, to make it sort of like this with these two columns now flowing horizontally. Now when you take a look at a single blog post and how it looks, you will notice that we have some social icons right here on this sidebar, some image sliders for the blog posts like this. Then we are having when you scroll down, some ads for example, if you're affiliate marketing for companies like Hostinga or any other company, you can add some banner images right here. Then I'm going to show you how to create this sidebar and either make it sticky like this. You realize that the blog post is scrolling but the sticky sidebar isn't. Then also show you how to add these social media icons so that when people read your stuff, they can easily share it online on any of these social media platforms. So I'll be also showing you how to create search blog posts with these nice categories above. This is showing that's a 7-minute read, the author and the time you published it, how to use different widgets in Gutenberg to create, for example, these drop caps and these quotation like this, and adding multiple layouts to your blog post, and so much more stuff. So guys, if you're interested, then I'm gonna leave, by the way, chapters in the description that you can easily navigate through different sections. So if you feel that you haven't understood a certain part, you can easily jump back and forth. Okay, so one of the things that you're going to require is a hosting plan and a website. But if you don't have that, or you don't want to pay for that and you just want to practice, then there is another option. I'm going to link a video how to use local WP to set up WordPress on your computer without hosting or domain name. But in case you want to set up a domain and hosting, then I'm going to show you in the next section just how to do that. So the first thing we need to do before we get started is to get a domain name, and the domain name is basically a unique identifier of your website in the internet. For example, google.com, for example, youtube.com. Now let me show you how to get a domain. Okay, head over to this link, enochmwebe.com/domains, and hit enter. I've put this link in the description in this video right now, and once you're here, you're going to be redirected to Namecheap. Okay, now if you're not signed in or you don't have an account, you can create one right now and you can get started. Okay, so hit the sign up button if you don't have an account, or if you already have an account, you can hit sign in. And once you're here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to domain name search. Okay, and you're gonna type in your business name. For example, my business name, for example, on YouTube here, it's Enoch Mwebe. Yeah, it's my name and I use it for the YouTube channel. And it's gonna search to see if there are any valid domain names, and it's showing that this is taken. Yeah, and because it's taken, it lists some other available results that I can maybe buy. Yeah, so there are a bunch of them right now, but I'll just choose something at random. For example, there's this one that I'll add to cart. It's 1.8, and that's okay. And I can click on view item, and I can proceed to checkout. Okay, so once you're here, you can change the number of years you want to register your domains for. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You can change to 5 years. It's not really expensive, but I'll keep it for 1 year since this is just a demo purpose. Okay, so I'll hit confirm order, and once I'm here, I'm gonna fill in some information right here. For example, let's see, we have the card right here, we have every information that's already saved up. We can hit continue. So I'll close this and I'll click on pen now. And it will process the order. And you see the purchase summary and everything. So my card has been built. So now you can click on Namecheap and go back to the home page and scroll up here to your profile and click on dashboard and come to domain list, and you see the domain name that you have bought. Okay, now let's get the hosting. Now to get the hosting, open up a new tab and go to enochmwebe.com/hostinga. Okay, and this is going to take you to the Hostinga website right now.
If you don't have any account, you can create one. Yeah. If you already have an account, you can sign in. Okay. Then we can continue from there. Okay. So now they're giving 75% off, and I really like Hostinga. All my websites that I operate right now are hosted on Hostinga. I love it so much. I've never had any problems with it. My accounts have never been hacked before, like on other hosting platforms. There are no viruses. Yeah. So once you're here, what you can do is simply click on login. Okay. Then click on Google. Yeah. I think it's the easiest way to set up an account here. And it automatically sign you in if you have an account, or may ask you if you to verify your email address. Yeah. If it's a new account, but that is so easy to do. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on explore plans. Then I'm gonna click on single web hosting, or premium web hosting, or business web hosting. Yeah. So you guys can see that single web hosting offers one website. This offers 100 website, and this offers 100 website, but there are still some differences. For example, you have weekly backups, whereas you have daily backups. So depending on what you need, yeah, you can order anything. You can buy any web hosting between these two that I would recommend. However, since this is just for tutorial purposes, I'll select this single one that has one website. Probably I may never use this again. So you can select 48 months, 12 months, 1 month. Yeah. So I'm going to select 1 month. Okay. Then I see how much they're going to bill me. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit choose payment method. And let's see what payment methods they have. So you can use PayPal, but I'm going to select Visa. And I'm going to put the name on the card and everything, and I'm going to hit pay now. So after making all those payments and going through all those steps, it's going to redirect you to this page, and you can click on setup. So you can click on setup. And once you're here, you can say I'm creating for myself, business, or someone else, depending on what you need. Is it your first time? I'd say yes or no. So I'll say no. What type of website are you building? Maybe an online store. I'll click next. WordPress. I can select WordPress. This is the WordPress channel. So you can insert your email, for example. If you wish to change this, I can say enochmgtshift@gmail.com. Yeah. I can set up a password. I think I'll click next. Okay. All right. I think I'll save this up. Then it's going to ask me default theme. I can select Astra. Then I'll say no. I want to select plugins manually. I will skip this. Then what's your website name? Maybe. So for the website name, you want to get your domain name. And you copy it and paste it in here. And click next. Select it and click next. And say confirm ownership. So you're going to click next. Then hit next. So it's going to install WordPress on the website. Okay. By default. So it's displaying an error here. Domain status not pointing to our name servers. Yeah. So click on this error right here that says how to fix it. Yeah. So it's going to ask you, let's activate enochmwewe.lol. So you're going to select the provider that you bought your domain from. And I'm going to select Namecheap. And I'm going to click let's start. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go, they're telling me to log into my Namecheap server. Namecheap account. Okay. And find your old name servers. Yeah. And change them. Okay. So I'm gonna go here. Then remember, under the domain list, we have the domain name right here. Then we're gonna click on manage. Okay. Then I'm gonna come here under name servers, under domain, under name servers. I'm gonna select custom name server. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this. Okay. Then I paste it in here. Then I'm gonna go back to Hostinger and copy the second one, and I'm gonna paste it right here. Okay. Then once I am done, I'm gonna click on this save icon. So it's gonna save everything. Okay. And once it's done, I'm gonna go back to Hostinger and click continue. Then say all is set. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this domain name that I've just bought. Okay. And I'm gonna click on go to that domain name, and let's see if the DNS has propagated already. So usually it's saying the site can't be reached because DNS propagation takes a few minutes to an hour for you to link your domain name to the hosting account. But after the DNS propagation is done, then it should display at least correctly. Okay. So now it's been a few minutes since we last loaded this up. Now I'm gonna try it again, and I try to go to this domain that I've just bought, and right now it's propagating. Okay. So to log into my admin dashboard of WordPress, what I'm gonna have to do is at the end of this domain, all I have to do is put a slash, then type in wp -admin. Okay. Then hit enter. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna redirect me to the login page. So it's gonna redirect me to this page, and I can insert my email. For example, I used enochmgt@gmail.com. Then for the password, I'll just type that in. Okay. Then I hit enter. And right now I'm gonna be signed in into my WordPress backend dashboard. Okay. So you can always save these login credentials, and this is your website. So you've set up the domain name, you set up the hosting, and now you're ready to start building your website. So now that you have logged into your dashboard, let's get started. So now once I'm here, this looks like too much information for me. And what I usually do for almost all WordPress setups is that I click on screen options and uncheck all this stuff to hide it away from my dashboard. Okay. So I'm gonna click screen options and take that away. So let me give you guys a very quick WordPress dashboard tour. So you have the home, which is a dashboard right here. Another section for updates. You will see that in case you need any plugins updated, anything updated, the WordPress version updated, you'll be able to see it on this section. Okay. So now under it is where you're gonna have posts. So you can add all your blog posts. The news. Right now we only have this hello world, which is a demo or dummy blog post. But when you're creating your news posts or blog posts or magazine posts, they're gonna be stored right here. So you can categorize them and add tags to them. So the images that you'll be using in your blog posts, they'll be stored under media. Okay. Now, in case you have any pages, for example, the about us, the contact us pages, you're gonna be creating these pages under this pages section. Now, in most cases, people will leave comments on your blog posts, and you're gonna be able to approve and manage comments under this comment section. We're gonna be talking about appearance shortly. The plugin section is where you add extra or software that you would need for your website. For example, if in case you want to sell some stuff online,
then you can integrate something like a WooCommerce to your blog post, or to your blog website, and people will be able to shop certain things from you. Okay. Now, this could be like templates or newspaper kits or something, anything that you like to sell. Yeah. So you'll be managing your plugins from this section. Then, before I go to users, I want to just go over the settings. Now, under the settings, once you open them up, to open up the general settings, you can change the site title. For example, mine is YT News, the way you see it, but you can rename this. Yeah. To, for example, to my news. It doesn't really matter your name, but always include um a site tagline, because this helps Google trying to categorize and finding your website. So you're telling basically people what is your site about. Okay. So you can type in something here that you'd find that relates to the type of work that you're doing. Okay. So I usually don't tamper with these and leave them the way they are. Then the administration email address. This is your email address. Make sure it's a correct one, because it's the one you'll be using to log into your website. Now, when you scroll down, when people sign up to your website, you can click on anyone can register. That's up to you. But that's if you want people to create accounts on your website. You can check that or uncheck that. Okay, but check it if you want people to register. Then once you register, the default user role is subscriber, which means they can only read your content. Yeah, they can't do anything else apart from reading, maybe, and also buy stuff from you in case you're selling anything. All right. So now you can change the site language. For example, if you don't understand most of this English stuff going on, yeah, you can change it to German, French, Spanish, any language that you'd like. Okay, that is up to you. But for me, I'll keep it English. So now, once that is done, one other setting that I would like to show you, because there are a lot of them, you need to come to users. Okay. So now, when you're managing such a large news website, you'll find that you have a lot of users, helping you either create, manage posts, create content, and respond to comments and all that. So you can click on a new user. For example, if you're hiring someone, maybe a digital marketer, so you can create them a username. You can create them. They should be able to provide you with an email. Yeah, you can ask for their email, give them a name and last name. So this email right here, it can be a Gmail, and I recommend it should be a Gmail or Yahoo or any other account, for as long as it's legit. Yeah, for any user, select them a username, type in their first or last name, then create them a password. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be this, it can be anything else. Okay. Then once that is done, you have to select them a role. Okay. So now, if you just need someone to basically create for you blog posts and publish them, you're gonna give them these editor privileges or author privileges. Yeah. So that in that case, they'll be able to edit and publish social media icons and social media posts, and be able to publish and delete or edit some social media posts. Okay. Then, in case you need someone to take control over the entire website without giving them your credentials, then you can set them as an administrator. Okay. So administrator privileges, I'll give these, for example, if I need someone very technical to work or look into the website and make some advanced changes, then someone would need administrator privileges. Basically, editor, author, and contributor may not do so much. Yeah. Basically, editing blog posts and doing a few changes here and there. All right. So now once that's done, I would like to go over the plugin section, and right now I want to disable this light speed cache. So this is another functionality or plugin. It basically caches your website so that when the users visit your website, they quickly get your website rendered. So sometimes when it's turned on, you make a change, and because it's displaying a cached version, the changes may not reflect directly. So I always deactivate it when I'm working. So now everything is done. Now you're ready to start working on the website. So now the very first thing you're going to do is to come under appearance and click on themes. Okay, now this is where you manage themes. So I can click on this 2023 and delete it. Having multiple themes that are redundant on your website could slow down your website, and that is not a good thing. Okay, so now I'm going to click on a new theme. Then what I'm going to do is under the search themes, I'm going to type in digital news. Yeah, and a bunch of themes are going to show up, but this is a theme that I want to install, and click on install. And once you're done, click on activate. And once it's activated, it's going to show you thank you for using digital newspaper theme, but installing demos will help you set your website up more quickly. So I'm going to click on install demo because I want to work with some demo content. Okay, so now before we install the demos, you'll need this demo importer. Yeah, so this is gonna help you import the images, the text, and all that, because if you take a look at our website right now, it has some content, yeah, that gets displayed by default. And as you can see, there are no images, just hello world, hello world, hello world, hello world. Yeah, there's nothing much. But if we click on, for example, install and activate the plugin that's gonna help us import this stuff, you notice now that we have an install button right here. Yeah, so these are the templates that I'd shown you earlier. For example, you can preview them. There are so many, so you can take some time to go through them. Yeah, but I'm just gonna preview only these 4 or 5. Let me open up 5. All right, so this is the first template. Yeah, and this is another one that is looking like this. Then we have another that is looking like this. Then we have this one also, and we have this other one also. So I'll close these for now, but you can install any of them. So these are the free ones, but if you take a look at the pro ones, maybe they could have some pro features. Yeah, I haven't really looked through all of them, but you need a pro subscription to access these. But I feel that the free ones are as good as the premium ones. There's just a few more things that 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 the premium ones have over the free ones, but the free ones are really, really, really good. Okay, so let's close this out. Then I think the layout that I'm gonna go with, if I'm to click on free, should be this one. So I'm gonna click on install and click import demo. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. So it's gonna take a few seconds to import the images and all the layouts. Okay, so now the importer is done. So I'm gonna click on view your website, and guys, this is how the website is looking. Okay, so now the very first thing that I'm gonna do now to start customizing this website is to come and click on customize. Okay, so let me walk you over through all these settings. So under global, you have some SEO settings, and we don't not tamper with any of these, but they have this preloader setting by which you enable it. Now before I publish this website, if I'm to go and try and visit it, you see that it loads. Yeah, for example, if I refresh it one more time, it loads. Yeah, but sometimes when this is activated and you click on publish and click on reload, you'll get such a preloader. And what this ensures is that the website is not functional until all images are loaded. Okay, yeah, sometimes if the images are not well loaded, it could display some funny missing image or old text that you may not really need on your website. Okay, so now I want to jump out of this. There there are website styles that you can take a look at. For example, the top um, website blog border, but these are just minor settings right here. So you can make your website full width just like this. Okay, if this is perfect for you, then you can select that layout, or you can make it look like this with some space on the top and to the left and right. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump out of this and animation and hover effects. So every time, let's say someone hovers over a blog title just like this, you'll see now that it's underlined. But if you choose effect 2, then the underlining changes to something like this, as you guys can see. Okay, so I prefer effect 1, but if you select under image hover effect and you click on effect 1, it's gonna zoom in the way you see it right here. Okay, which I think it's really a nice effect. Then social icons, by clicking on this gear icon, you can actually paste in links for your social media pages. So when you paste these links in, what's gonna happen is that every time when someone clicks on your Instagram, on X account, or YouTube, or Facebook, then they're gonna redirect it. So it's important that you click on this gear icon and click on and paste in your URL. So in case you don't want Facebook or Instagram on top of there, and you just have X and this other social media account, you can use these icons by turning them on and off to make them visible and hidden. Okay, so now the buttons, is not much here to change. They can always read more for the blog post. Then what you can do is for sidebar options, this theme offers you to have a number of sidebars, so you can have 2 sidebars or a single sidebar. Usually I keep it single and on the right hand side. Okay, and if you need them to be 2, you can click on this option right here to make them 2, but I'm just gonna keep it 1. So they're already sticky, so in case you don't want the sidebar to be sticky, you can turn it off or on, yeah, depending on what you need, but I'm gonna leave them to be sticky. And I want to jump out of that. So breadcrumbs, if I'm to open up a blog post right here, breadcrumbs are these section you see here. So where it shows you home, tag, and the title of the blog post. So the user can easily navigate back to tag by clicking on tag, and that's the use of breadcrumbs. They show you the category that the blog post is in, then also it's like a hierarchy. Okay, I think you get the idea. So the scroll to top is also really important. For example, if someone scrolls down to the bottom, you see this icon right here that helps them once click to scroll back to the top. So I'll leave that on the website. I won't disable it. So now the site global options have been set. Then the site identity. So you can have the title, add the tagline as I had mentioned, and you can set a logo for your website. So once you place a logo, for example, I don't know if I have any, but I don't. Okay, it will get replaced to replace this image right here, and you can increase its width or height from here. Okay, then you can click on select icon and to add a favor icon. And what a favor icon does is that it gets displayed. For example, now you can see we have a D right here for our news. Yeah, so yours can be any icon that you want to use as your favor icon. Yeah, so you can have that. Okay, so let's jump out of that and we go to colors. So in case you don't like this kind of grayish, I mean orangish brown kind of shade, you can easily click on theme color and paste in any color code right here that you'd like. Yeah, but for me, I think if I'm to change these, probably I'll select from one of these. So maybe we can use this. Which color can we use? Maybe we can use this blue, sorry, this pink right here. And that's how it is looking. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump out of this. And by the way, if you notice, you see that on the home page, even these colors, all these buttons and titles have all changed to the pink that we just set. Okay, so now category colors, you will notice that, for example, if we open up a category like politics, okay, and once this category is open, you'll notice that the politics background right here is blue. But if you change this to something, let's say we set it to green, okay, then you'll notice that now it changes to that green shade, and this changes the hover color. For example, now we can make it from green towards to purple. Okay, so the first one is a background color, then the next one is a hover color. So when I hover over it, then it changes from green to that purple shade. Yeah, so you can customize different colors for your categories. All right, so now you can change the typography of the entire website, but I think this is really a good font. But in case you want a font, you can play around with these fonts and change them to your liking. All right, so now I'm gonna go to header options under top header. So this is our top header. You can show it or make it hidden just like this. All right, and you can disable the head time. Yeah, so when you see right here the time has disappeared, but if we enable it, then you will see that the time is back now. Okay, so now you can actually play around with the colors. For example, under solid, you can make your header orange, it can be green, it can be any color, or it can be a gradient. For example, this blue shade right here, or it can be purple, whatever you'd like. Okay, and I'll jump out of that for now. Then you have a theme header, which is something under here. So you can configure it to have some banner ads. Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend that. Then the main header, the width layout, arrays, leave it to container. Then there are a bunch of settings that you can try out. Yeah, so you can make it the header section really sticky, and what that does is that every time someone scrolls down, for example, if I'm to take this away, it becomes sticky. For example, if someone is scrolling down, you see now it's at the top right here. Okay, so you can leave this enabled, so in case someone is scrolling up, so I've scrolled down, but immediately when I start scrolling up, then it gets displayed. And the technique is usually when someone is scrolling up, is usually that they want to get to the top bar and navigate to a different section of the website. Okay, so I think this is a really cool thing to have enabled. Yeah, so you can manage your live search whatever settings. So I think you should leave it enabled, because if you disable it, then it's not really that useful. But whatever you want, guys. All right, so now I'm gonna jump out of this header. There are some more settings that you guys can configure, turn on and off, to see whether they work for you or not. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to ticker news. There's nothing really much to configure here, so I'm gonna jump out of it. Then we go under main banner. So if we go to the home page, I'd set my main banner, or by default it comes looking like this. But what you can do is that you can play around with the settings, the slider settings. For example, this is a slider that you're talking about. Yeah, so you can sort them by newest to oldest. Okay, if you want to do that, then you can have only a specific category be displayed in this this slider right here. So maybe you wanna order them, or sorry, maybe you wanna display stuff about politics in that slider right there. Then the blog posts that are under politics are the ones that are gonna be showing up. So you can play around with these layouts. So I'm changing this layout to look something like this. Okay, and you can also play around which category get displayed on the right here, or alternatively you can come and select this layout right here, and it's gonna display like this. Okay, so in case you don't want this intersection to actually show up, all you have to do is to just disable it. Okay, but I think I would leave it so it's no longer there right now. So I'm thinking that I should just leave it. Okay, so now the front section, once you come over here, then you can start playing around with them. For example, their width and the left sidebar content, the buttons, and all these settings. You can really play around with them, turn things on and off to get things to look the way you want them to do. And if you take a look at some of the other settings that come with blog archives, basically they're showing you the layouts of how a different for example, let's go under fashion and we click. This is how by default the blog posts are gonna look under a specific category. So you can click on this to sort of change or tamper with the layout just a little bit. So now there are 2 columns. Okay, so depending on what you'd like, I think you guys can select whatever you'd like. All right, so now the single post, there is no much settings there. And when you take a look at the pages, I don't have a page to demonstrate this, but I would have showed you something here. So you can also customize the footer, but by clicking on footer, then you can make them 4 columns. Yeah, but I think I'll just keep them 3. So depending on what you'd like, guys, you can set this footer to look any way that you'd like it. So I'm going to show you how to actually edit all these text and everything. Right now, I'm just going over how to customize and make them look right. So once everything is done, you're comfortable, never forget to turn on the published or click publish. Okay. So now I'm gonna jump out of this. Then what I'm gonna show you now, guys, is how a blog post looks like. For example, if you open this up, you will notice that we have a sidebar right here. Okay, so to add more information here, let's say you want to add some banner ads or some other stuff, what you do is go to your dashboard, or if you're here, just click on dashboard. Yeah, hover right click on dashboard. So I'll close this, and once I'm here, I will close this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come under appearance, then I'll come under widgets. Okay, and by default you will see that now we have sidebar. Okay, we have the left sidebar, we have the header toggle sidebar. So by default these are created by the theme, yeah, by the template that we installed. So this sidebar right here is something that we created. Yeah, sorry, it's not something that we created, but it's something that the theme created. Okay, so let me just refresh this, and so now we have the trending news, what you see right here, trending news. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go under it and I click on this plus icon. Maybe I want to add social media icons first. So there's this widget right here by Digital Newspapers, the one I'm going to add. And to move it to the top, because if I click update now and I refresh this page, you realize that now the social media icons are at the bottom right here, but I need them at the top. So to move them to the top, I'm going to click on this arrow right here, then it's going to move them to the top. So in case I want to add something under here, for example, I'll click on and search for digital. So let me see what widgets the digital newspaper theme has. So I'll click plus again and I'll search for digital. Oh my god, digital. So you have carousel posts, and the way this work, if I update this and refresh the sidebar, you will see now that we have some carousel posts just like this. Yeah, so this can be from any category that you'd like. Yeah, and you can rename, instead of highlights, you can say maybe politics or something that you'd like. Yeah, that will depend on you. So once these are done, under maybe this, I would like to place maybe a banner ad. So I'll search for banner. Okay, so let's see, I have some graphic that I got from hosting or something. So maybe this is the banner that I want to use. I will click on add image. So I can actually paste in an affiliate link. Yeah, and it will always open in a new tab. So I'll click update. Then after, I'll refresh the page, and yeah, so that's how the sidebar looks. So you can remove all these elements, and to remove an element, you just have to go to the widget. Okay, for example, this, I didn't want to remove it. Yeah, but you can always click on it, then click on these three menu icons, scroll down and hit delete. Okay, but I'll keep my widgets. All right, so now when you take a look at if I scroll up to the top and minimize this, when you take a look at the footer, it has 1, 2, 3 columns. Okay, so when you scroll down and you come to footer columns, column 4, there is nothing. All right, so you have useful links, and useful links is right here. So right here you can sort of add more menus. Yeah, so when you see that footer menu is selected, what that means is that under menu right here, if you open this up in a new tab and you look at contacts, privacy policy, FAQs and support. Okay, let's see what the footer menu has. So when you see footer menu right here, you see that it has contact, privacy, FAQs and support. So let's assume you have a page that you like. For example, you have the home page that you like to add. So all you have to do is to click to add to menu, and it will get added to the menu. So you can order this anywhere that you like and click on save menu. And once you do that, for example, if you refresh this page, okay, what's going to happen is that you'll find that the home has been added and it's linking to the home page. Okay, so it's the same procedure with this. Now when you go back to the menus, yeah, so this is the footer menu, but when you go back to the widgets, yeah, so this was useful links, or you can change it to important links. Yeah, it doesn't have to be useful, it can be important links or anything that you like, or maybe about or something, whatever you'd like, guys. Yeah, but always remember to click update. Yeah, so when you check it out one more time here, you will notice now that it has changed to important links. So now that is done, So when you check out, for example, now you need to edit, let's say popular, what you need to go is under widgets, you click on see popular right here. So you can, these are just bulleted lists, yeah, and you can change this from you can change this from popular to anything like categories or something, whatever you like. Then you can minimize that. Then the footer section one is about us, so you can type in your company information. You can edit this email right here, support at, and you put your email, then the phone number, or in case you don't want this about, you can just click delete and it will be gone. Okay, easy as that. Okay, so now I'll close this page. Yeah, I've explained how these come about. Okay, and how to add them in case you wanna add them. Yeah, it's the same way you do for WordPress. Okay, so now about the footer, maybe you wanna customize this part right here. I don't think I showed you, so you have to control this, I think, under the customizer setting. Yeah, so instead of it being multi-purpose theme digital newspaper powered by Blaze Themes, you may want your own copyright. Yeah, so the customizer has opened up, so you can come to bottom footer and just change this information to something like copyright by Enoch or something like that. So every time someone refreshes this, you see that now copyright by Enoch powered by Blaze Themes. Let me show you, let me see if this is removable. Yeah, just a second. So I don't see a setting to remove this powered by, but what we can do is that I'm gonna click inspect right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on this class. Yeah, and I thought the powered by and Blaze Themes were like different classes. Okay, but they are not. So what we are likely to do is to hide everything and remove the copyright message. So probably, I think, let me try and copy this class right here. So I'm gonna click copy, then go back to the customizer, and what I'm gonna do is I am gonna come to additional CSS right here. Then I will do something like I'll do a dot. Okay, I'll paste in the text that we have copied, and I put 2 curly brackets. Yeah, so what I'm adding is called custom CSS. Yeah, then I'm gonna, to hide it, I'm just gonna type in display none and put sorry about this. I'm supposed to use quotation marks. Yeah, but it's not hiding the entire text. So what we can do is that go back, instead of copying this, let's take this class instead, site info, copy this and replace it with this. So delete this, add a full stop and paste in the class. So now it's hidden, but our social icons stay. So when you click publish and we refresh, I think now this looks better. All right, so now that is done. So now right now, if you take a look at the website, if you click on this toggle icon, then you'll have this sidebar right here that has the author name, and so you can have your company logo or something, then all this information. So to do that, you can go under widgets. Okay, So now, if you don't understand widgets, please follow along. So I showed you how to create the sidebar widget. Okay, and this sidebar widget is being displayed on the blog posts. Okay, so if you take a look, so I've opened up a blog post right here. If you take a look, we have social icons, and these are the social icons that we are having. If you take a look at the highlights, you'll notice that these are the highlights that are scrolling right here. And if I scroll down a little bit, you'll find the hosting, best WordPress hosting banner, and it's the banner right here. Then you have trending news, and trending news, it's a widget that we added over here. Okay, so now that's for the sidebar. Okay, so now for the header toggle, okay, for the header toggle, then we have this sidebar right here. Okay, that was created. So now to add an item to this header, so you have forums, advertisement, and and all this category list. Okay, so to add an image for the author, all you have to search for is author right here by clicking that plus icon and click on add. So you can move it up by clicking on these arrows, so until it moves up. Okay, so it's, I think it's on the top right here. So we can add an image. Okay, so I don't have many, but I'll use this, though it has some text onto it. And you can change the author information from maybe from author name, the author name, to any name that you like. Then this doesn't have to be author info. Yeah, when you click on it, this part right here, so it can be something like maybe company info or something, or anything that makes sense to you. So every time someone refreshes, you'll notice that now this has changed, the name has changed, and you have all these sections that have been configured. I showed you guys that to delete any widget, for example, if I click on this navigation menu, I can easily click on this icon right here and click delete to remove it. Okay, so now that is done, and let me show you guys how to create a blog post. Okay, so I'll close this. Then let's say you want to create such a blog post. Okay, so to do that, all you have to do is to go to your dashboard right here, and what you can do is you can come under posts and click on add new post. All right, so now what you can start with, the very thing that I recommend you to start with, is to start by adding a featured image. And what a featured image is, if you open up any category, yeah, for example, the fashion category right here, this, what you see here, this thumbnail, is called a featured image. Yeah, so you need to set that up, so you can select and maybe use this as a featured image. Yeah, and that is done. So never forget to add category. So let's say it's under fashion, or it can be under 2 categories or 3, or even, yeah, depending on your use case. Yeah, so you can select, I'll copy this title and I just paste it in. Yeah, so that's the title of the blog. Okay, so now these 6-minute reads blah 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 will get added by the theme itself, so you don't need to worry about that. So maybe you need to add an image. So to add an image to your blog post, all you need to do is to click on this plus icon and click on image, or you just search for image, something like this. Okay, so click add image, then you can select from media library, or you can import it from a specific URL. Yeah, so what I can do is I'll go to media library and I'll just copy this in to display right there. So The next thing we need to do is to add some text that looks like this. So I will copy all this and click copy. Then I'll come to add to this post that we're working on it. So if you selected the image, to see this plus sign under it, just click any area outside the image, click on plus, and just click on this paragraph icon. Okay, then you can add in your text. So now, in case you want to create a drop cap, take this big L. What you need to do is to make sure that your paragraph is selected. Go under block. So if you don't see this when it's hidden, yeah, just click on this icon right here. Come under typography, then click on drop cap and enable it under here. So now you have that drop cap. So when you scroll down, you find that we have this heading right here. So copy this and scroll down, click outside the paragraph, plus icon appears, then click add heading and paste in the text. So if this is too big or too small, you can select, for example, H3 and change the alignment to center. Okay, so now let's say you need to add this column layout like this. What you need to do then is to add, click on this plus icon and search for columns. Okay, so we have columns right here. Oh no. So I'll click plus, search again for columns once again, and click the plus icon. So you want a 3-column layout. So the first one is gonna have a heading, yeah, and the heading is, it has this text right here, and we can paste in the text. So to change the color of the text, you have to go, make sure this setting widget is here under blog, not under post but under blog. Click on text and set that to blue, and that looks fine. Okay, so now where are my columns? Because I need to add something. All right, so let's see. I did something that wasn't right. I'll add a column again to see that there are 3 of them, and I'll add a heading. I don't know what's going on right here. All right, yeah. So I'll click on a plus. Sorry, I'll click on a plus to create a new column. All right, let me do this again, guys. It had gotten confusing, but let me just do it again so that everyone follows along. I'll delete all these and delete this and delete this and delete this. Or not group, but delete. Yeah. So under here, I'm going to search for column once again. Okay. Then I want 3 columns. Yeah. So I'm going to hover on the right hand side until I create 3 columns. Yeah. So now they tend to be hidden, but let me just add in some headings. Yeah. For example, I'll paste in the lorem ipsum. On this second one, I'll still add a heading and paste in lorem ipsum. So I'll hover. We added a third, but now it's missing, or it's right here. Then we can add, okay, for this, let's just add a paragraph. Okay, because just as I remember, this was a paragraph on the right. Good. So I can paste it in just like that. And we have a 4th column that I don't need, so I'll delete this. Do we have any other? And another one. So I'll delete this. Yes. So now everything looks good. So now under these 2, we can paste in this text. So already I'll copy this text. Then I'll click on this first column, click on the plus icon and add a paragraph. And once I paste in this text, it'll just come under this paragraph. Yeah. So I can copy also this text right here. And I'll click on this column, the middle one, click on the plus, add a paragraph and just paste it in. Okay. So I can change the background on the right hand side to be red. and the text color can be white, I think. Yeah. So then you have a very good looking layout. Okay. So this can be copied and pasted right here. And you can change this to a smaller heading like H4. Yeah. So you have a 3-column kind of layout. Okay. So that's how everything looks. So I've showed you how to create all these sections, and it's really easy to add. Yeah. So for example, if I want to add more text under this, I just have to click outside it and add the text. I can give it any background to look just like this. Now, this theme has so much more to offer. So if I click on this plus icon and come under patterns, you can have a lot of sections that are pre-built that you can add to your blog post. Okay. So for example, let's say I want to add this and I want to add this. Yeah. You have about us layouts that have been added. You have call to actions that have been added. So you can easily customize all these depending on what you'd like. Okay. So you can spend some time looking through them and examining what works best for you. But basically, that would be it. Okay. So once you click on publish and publish once again, you'll be able to view this post, and the post we just created looks like this. Okay. So we have 2 images. I don't know why that is. And we can remove one actually. So I'll click on edit, and what we'll do is that we'll remove this first one. We don't need it, and we'll click on view post, and this is how it is looking. Okay, so now that's how the website is looking. Sorry, the blog post is looking, and I think it looks clean. It can be customized to look better, but I think the website is good to go. So now guys, one other thing that I might find that you may need to go over and edit is probably this header menu. Okay, so now let me show you something in case you're having trouble still with this. For the header, I'll close this. Yeah, for the header, you'll notice that first when you come to under menus and select a menu to edit, if you select your main header and click on select, you will notice that home, single page, fashion, politics, blah 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 has been added. Okay, so now when you click on home, yeah, it links back to the home page. Yeah, not the home page, but the home where the blogs are. Then when you look at single page, okay, when you look at fashion, you notice that these are tagged as category, 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 category. Okay, so under categories right here, you would see that, let's say for example, we want to add sports. Yeah, and click on sports, but then we don't want tech included, so you can click on tech and remove it, then drag sports and place it under here and click save menu. So you notice that we have tech right here, but we can refresh it and see that now tech has been removed, and now we have sports right here. Okay, and we have like the contact us page and all that. Okay, so to customize the header, that is the process. You come through and under appearance, under menus, make sure you've selected the main menu. Okay, and the main menu displays. Make sure this will give you a hint of what you're editing. For example, you'll be editing the categories. These are categories, these are custom links, and the contact us page that has been added is of type page. Okay, so I hope I make sense, guys. Okay, so now when you take a look at, for example, let's say you wanna edit the top header, click on select, and you'll notice that top header only has forums and advertisement. Let's say you don't have any advertisement, but maybe you just want to have what can we do, a contact us page, yeah, or any other page that you like. You can click on add to it, and once you refresh it, you will notice that now we have forums, advertisements, and contact us right to the top. So I showed you how to disable this clock right here, and showed you how to set the social icons right here. I've showed you how to manage this header, so you can remove these categories from this header by still going to appearance under menus and make sure the main menu for the main header is selected, and you can edit this. I showed you how to edit your logo and this search bar, how to enable it. I showed you how to edit this left side bar, yeah, and widgets. So to one more time, to edit the left side bar, you had to come to appearance under widgets, yeah, and where to find it is under the header toggle sidebar. So this is what's called a toggle, this button right here. So under the toggle sidebar, you can manage all this company information, and you can, so it's fetching this menu from the main menu, and the main menu, remember, had all these items right here. So they are the items being fetched in this main menu. Then under it, you have the forums, the contact us that are at the top of the menu. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now when you go to the home page, I showed you how to add this, yeah. Then I showed you how to edit this layout to make it change. Then managing all these colors, I showed you how to do all that. I showed you how to edit the footers. In the footer, still you manage this information in the widget. Okay, so in the widget section under appearance, the first footer has these important links, the second column has these popular links, and the third column has the about us that you can easily customize. Okay, then these social icons, I've also showed you how to manage them from the customize settings. Okay, so now I want to thank you guys for watching the tutorial up to this point. In case you need any help, you guys can email me. Yeah, I think I'll leave the contacts, or you can go over to my website and just contact me from there. I'll be able to receive your emails and respond. I want to thank you for watching and catch you on the next tutorial.